Who will be the master of his fate? We will discover over 5 days here at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. Third test match. We're getting ready for day one. It's England versus India. It's 2-0 with 3 to play.
Reasonably green pitch, and that's why I presume Joe Root decided overcast conditions, lots of grass will insert the opposition. Ready to roll. Just a little bit of curve there from that first delivery. It's going pretty fine. There's no real fine leg for any of these fast bowlers. It's more a deep backward square leg.
It's an iffy shot, is this?
Just a push from KL Rahul. Woman spoke about the dry square, dry and the fast.
Well, that fairly skipped across the square, bouncing away over the used pitches. Solid.
No fine leg. There's a deep backward square again. No fine leg.
Now, as he tried to swing that the other way into the left-hander's pads, it only needs a little touch down the leg side. Fine leg is very square.
That's 4 more.
Great shot. That is a fabulous shot. And for Shikhar Dhawan, that's the sort of shot that brings confidence flooding back. Just give him a little bit of width, trusting the bounce, and by now he has got a better idea of the pace of the pitch. That was in the perfect slot for him. Just like that. Stokes drops it short again, drags it down almost, looks at his footing at the bowling crease, but Dhawan, thankful for that length and that room, puts it away for 4. Well, further indications about the pace of the pitch here, because yes, this is short, and yes, it's very inviting, and the invitation was gratefully accepted, but it doesn't come through at all. So actually, instead of hitting it, say, through cover, that's gone well in front of square through extra cover.
And then he will play shots like those. He likes playing through the offside, Shikhar Dhawan. And it's the 3rd time he's been given width and room, pitching it short. And as Graham Swan's been saying, it's not quite zipping at the batsman, so he's got time to play the shot.
Absolutely, if you run well between the wickets, if you defend well, you'll get the odd loose ball. That's not off the middle of the bat, a little low down. A bit of movement through the air just gives him that width.
With his second over, Chris Woakes. Nice. 50 of the partnership comes up with a gorgeous cover drive. The ball swinging here again, but it's rather more palatable. What a good shot from KL Rahul.
Well, Chris Woakes looking for the swinging delivery, nice and full. Perfect delivery actually for the slip fielders. Gorgeous cover drive.
Yeah. And that'll be more runs. Just the old adage, isn't it? You hang in through the difficult times and then you suddenly start to get these runs.
Absolutely, a bit of a grimace from Joe Root. We'll be thinking, what have I done? Had the chance to bat first on this pitch, and you move seamlessly onto 55. You see a little bit of shake through the air, but no zip off that pitch, able to run it down off the face.
Oh, there goes number 1. It was a lot fuller from Chris Woakes. And it's been a good innings actually from Shikhar Dhawan, 35. But England have finally got a wicket.
Well, Harsha Bhogle, the jinx works. He said 20 overs, we've got 18.4. Just pushed across Dhawan. Here you go. He wasn't the one to swing in, he was the one to seam. Jos Buttler will be very happy with that. Very comfortable catch, wayside. Big smiles on the faces of the English fielders. Dropped many at Lords, but Shikhar Dhawan has to go for 35. India 60 for 1.
Right off his pads, Pujara. Off the mark.
Well, hands on head to Ben Stokes. Thinks he's hard done by. Just drifting down the leg side here. Pujara tickles it round the corner. He's got a point. It was fairly straight. Yeah, back to that jinx. Just see another angle of this. Well played.
Oh, it's a good ball. It's a good ball. Up goes that finger for Murray. Rasmus is going. Lokesh Rahul's gone for 23. Hang on, Cheteshwar Pujara saying, just hang on.
Well, Lokesh Rahul saying, did you hit it? Did you hear it? He was walking off. He'd turned around and gone. Pujara's convinced him.
Back to Will. Review for LBW.
To review this one.
And original decision is out. Can I see the front foot, please? Yes, fair delivery. Spin vision, please. Yes, Aldridge, please. Yes, miss the bat. Please go to the ball tracking when you're ready. Murray is waiting for the ball tracking. Murray, impact in line and wicket taking. Stay with your decision out. Or wait for the call. You're on screen, go ahead. Well done.
Well, he was actually charging down Pujara, asking Rahul to wait, because Rahul's first instinct was to tuck the bat into his armpits and walk off. But Woakes, who looked dangerous, has just picked up another.
Brilliant from Woakes again, the ball coming in. Expecting it to go away. Trapped on the crease. Bang in front of ball 3. There's a happy bowler. He knows that's out. Very strange decision to refer it. But India lose their second wicket now for 65. KL goes for 23. 65 for 2.
It just keeps on going.
So keepers hate that. 4 byes, it goes against Johnny, and you're saying, well, how do I actually get to this? So it goes and then it starts to swing afterwards, and he does well to get a fingertip on it. Then saying, yeah, sorry.
Well, where's this gone to? Straight to Adil Rashid. The short ball works for Chris Woakes. And it's 3 now for him.
It's probably any aggressive shot he's played. Joe, he's horrified. I don't think it was captain's thinking either. Not sure the coach is overly impressed. He's got to go. Woakes picks up his 3rd wicket.
Well, the stroke of lunch as well. The short ball, he goes for it, and the plan couldn't have come off any better for England. More frustration for Virat Kohli, more frustration for India.
Also worth mentioning, it's a good catch by Adil Rashid out there. So, England probably just edging the session now. 3 wickets for 82 runs. Pujara goes for 14.
A brilliant mood in the camp going into lunch, that's for sure, taking one with them. And Adil Rashid is in the game. So starts for Shikhar Dhawan and KL Rahul. And Woakes came into the attack, had an immediate impact, removing Dhawan and Rahul, then Cheteshwar Pujara. just before lunch with the short ball. Only not out on 4. He's going to have plenty of work to do afterwards.
Bowlers, 7 overs and 13. Broad, number 16. His 6 Wokes, none for 29 from 7. And man of the moment, Chris Wokes, 6.4 overs, 3 for 80.
No!
Right on the button, Wokes. Timed that pretty well. Well enough for 4. Well, there was that swing in full. The reward he was hoping for. It goes for 4, but I think it might have been a very good job. I only got an edge on this. Certainly not where he intended it to go.
Well, he saw this ball coming in towards him from reasonably wide on the crease. So he would have been thinking to himself, onside, runs on the onside. Just 3 fielders on that onside. But he straightened that. Well, what a shot. He'll get a break after this over if he continues like that. Virat Kohli marches on to 16. I've got Kumar Sangakkara and David Lawson.
Oh, it's a flowing shot, isn't it? So
got that toe slip that's very short, exactly for that shot. When the ball is short of length and swinging away, troubles Ajinkya Rahane, tends to sort of just poke at the ball, and that's why they've got Keaton Jennings under the helmet at very short third slip.
Perilously close to that fielder, you can see.
Good timing again. The ball is further up, plays it really well. Long boundary, won't get there.
Timing, sheer timing. Didn't look to hit the ball too hard. The important thing was to try and get as close to the ball as possible, and that's what he did. Big stride forward, positive stride forward.
Ben Stokes with the ball. There again, he's played that reasonably well, but again you see that tendency of Ajinkya Rahane to go after the ball. That's wide. He's got 4 runs for it, but that is what England is trying to do, get him to play that short towards slips. They've got a fielder there.
This is not a pitch where there's a lot more bounce like we saw at Birmingham or...
Well played, he was ready for it. Trying some deception there with a full-length delivery. Didn't quite work. 130 for 3. As take 4. This is like takeaway. Order an easy meal and gets delivered at home.
Terrible delivery, absolutely terrible delivery. But then leg spinners can do that, particularly in their first over before they get their line and length. This is just a...
Yeah, there you go. It's a feast now. Couple of 4s. Got to be careful not to get too carried away with Rashid there. 140 for 3. Jimmy Anderson continues. Well played. Big gap on the leg side. That's going to be 4. His partnership now looking good. Virat Kohli's body language as well, changing with it.
This is a very good shot. Half volley on the pads. It has to be dealt with. He's dealt it in style.
And that is away through the gap just behind square on the offside. No overt effort required, just open the face and let the ball do the work.
That's why Kohli is so good. In and around a good length all the time, asking question after question. You just get a fraction full and he'll put you away.
That was a poor delivery. The odd one will slip out badly, as did that one.
Absolute freebie from Rashid. just as he starts to find a line of length, there's a real drag.
It's a nice shot. It really is a sweet shot. Nothing particularly wrong with the delivery. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That was enough just to work it away through the gap for 4.
This is Rahane at his very best. Not a bad ball, just a fraction short.
Bit of width on offer, and it's snatched away by Rahane, and that will bring up his 50. Well played. He's been under a bit of pressure in this series so far. He's backing up as captain now.
Another player with enormous ability, great overseas average, has done well away from home more than in India, which was very surprising to me. But I like the fact that all the Indian batsmen have understood that they defend straight and they score square. Anything short and wide, anything too full, they've jumped on it, they've made sure.
He'll go all the way. There's been a couple of those to Johnny Bairstow today.
Signs of frustration, actually. The Indian batsmen have thwarted this English attack very, very well. Building up a partnership. Success.
So a good session for India. Both men reaching half centuries. The coach will be happy, especially after the way that last session ended. Pujara getting out to a short ball. 189 for 3. There's a lot to think about for the England captain. They played with discipline and class.
.107 runs, no wickets lost. India will be very, very happy and confident with that performance. For the first time in this series, Joe Root will have to think about options and different plans. What happens to Rashid? What happens with his pace? And India walking away with the session 1.
Chris Woakes was the focal point in that first session, picking up the wickets of Dhawan, Rahul and Pujara, but since then it's been about Kohli and Rahane. 107 run partnership. Rishabh Pant become the debutant, Hardik Pandya. This is the most important partnership, you would think, though. They'll resume after the tea break.
Just a 3 wicket for Chris Woakes. The rest of the bowlers toiling hard, but the Indian batting keeping them at bay. Adil Rashid, not much control, not much return. 5 overs for 29, a lot more work to do after the tea interval.
Well, he did encourage the drive when he got a drive. Beautiful start from Rahane straight after tea.
Yeah, this is lovely timing as well. Just feel the
rare false shot from Rahane. Bat just came down a little crookedly, but it trickles away to the third man fence for another 4, and he moves into the 60s.
Partnership is 117. Just getting themselves into a terrific position here, India. Mentioning at the toss that they wanted to bat first. Kohli saying that what little pace there is in this pitch will go out of it.
It's beaten Jennings, who's the widest of England's slip catchers. Anderson slightly took his eye off the ball then. As he slid round, he saw a man coming to help, and he just looked up as he attempted to scoop the ball to the man, but then missed the ball. Well, he smashed this, Rahane. He was put down. It was a similar ball that he was put down at point previously, but he hit this one so hard that fielders were in danger. There was a reaction from Ben Stokes at extra cover. He had no idea where it had gone, and he just ducked for cover.
gone pretty fine and has got enough on it to reach the boundary. Banged in, but getting what? Stomach high, not even chest high really. Seen both. Almost Yorker length, not quite. Dug out. Dug out quite nicely for 3. And from Virat Kohli's point of view, just to mention this again, at the end of that previous Test match at Lord's, he was obvious discomfort with his back problems. They've had a best part of a week to get those fixed, which it looks as though they've done. Well, they've tried a few of these short balls, and the ball now getting reasonably old and the pitch being reasonably placid. Not really got the height on them to make them as awkward as they might be. This one has a hint of top edge to it.
Yeah, it was going down the leg side, so just really a matter of helping it on as well.
Space that on back. Just that little bit of width. That's all that was needed.
Terrific shot.
Oh, what a catch. That is how to make the breakthrough. Alistair Cook does his best to look absolutely nonchalant. But that's one of his best catches at first slip, because that seemed to travel quickly in the air, to dive away to his left. Purely instinctive, almost magical.
I would say it's undoubtedly the best catch of his life. Under the circumstances, when England needs it, it goes quickly and it goes fine. Awesome. Pure instinct. A few people have been questioning whether he should be in that first position. They're probably ducking and diving now. That was a terrific catch, and England needed it. Ryan's got her 81. The partnership's been broken. It's 241 for 4.
Nicely pushed away through the offside. Outfield is perfectly quick enough to make all chases futile. With Ben Stokes' superpowers, he ain't going to catch that.
It's a quality shot. Up on his toes, full control, timed and placed.
Primary pair of England's seam bowling. Bowling in tandem, that's gone fine. That's going to be 4. So many boundaries of the back foot today from inside the crease. Just a revelation watching in their bat today.
So Virat Kohli, how often he's managed to get the ball fine down there. It's the unusual shaped boundary. And we've got a very square, fine leg fielder. So this little deflection. It's 4 every time. Virat Kohli's found that gap.
Well, they're trying, England trying to get wickets here. Losing his line. Difficult one for Bairstow, that one.
Pretty sure that there's a little punch of the glove, punch of the area of Virat Kohli. After this goes past, there's no bat on it. Very happy to see 4 runs in any which way for India. Yeah.
Another long off, not the first one we've seen from Adil Rashid. He's really struggling with his length today. And I say struggling with his length / confidence.
Absolutely. He's not confident with the red ball. He hasn't been for many a year. You don't get the same sort of protection in Test cricket you do in one day. This is nothing but a long.
Flight again and goal. Get it in the air, 50 miles an hour. He's been short of practice, he's been short of bowling. He's got a keen wicket.
Doesn't get much better than that from Adil Rashid. Best in the world is set and playing beautifully, and then all of a sudden you get the ball up, you find the edge, good catch from Ben Stokes. Takes it reverse cup. Celebration from him as well. Kohli is furious. He goes for a well played 97, 279 for par.
Rishabh Pant. I've seen a lot of him in the IPL. He is a shot of balls.
I don't think that's a bad thing either.
Hello. I knew that was coming. He gives it a tap.
They wanted him in to just add some impetus to the batting. Karthik had just hung around, done nothing. Well, this is the difference. Googly picks it straight down the ground. Assuming he picked that. Didn't matter, he got straight to the pitch of the ball.
Just one hit. And mid-on has dropped right back to the boundary.
Just 2 men on the onside. Earlier on in the day, that man, second man, would have been deep backwards where he was closer to being a fine leg, so I had no chance of cutting that off.
Just a little too straight, but it's nicely put away. Nicely timed.
Another boundary. .22 from 27 deliveries so far for Pant. That's the other one. Outside edge found, catch taken. Josh Buttler.
Good catch this. That makes it look quite easy, but it goes quite quickly. Not the easiest of heights, but snaffles it. England get that 6th wicket. Jimmy Anderson gets his first. He deserves it as well. Very, very well. So good wicket against India.
Well, Jimmy Anderson finally brought one back into Hardik Pandya, which he negotiated, and then the next one back to the outswinger. Outside edge found, Buttler. Made it look easy. It's never easy taking those catches in the slip cord, and especially this late in the afternoon. 100 wickets now for Jimmy Anderson. We have been telling you earlier on that he will be the second England bowler to take 100 wickets against 2 different nations. Took him some time, but he got there. First 100 came against Australia and now against India.
Well, I'm surprised they came off there, Mike. I had another minute or two before this became 2 minutes before time, so surprised England didn't pick up on that, but this is the one for Jimmy Anderson. Edge, well taken. His 100th wicket against India. Well caught by Buttler.
It's been a long day, Beef. The umpires needed a little bit of a break.
Obviously.
I agree with you, though. Usual thing is that you leave the field in the last couple of minutes. by our watch, there are still 3 minutes to go. But that's India's batting lineup. They'll be a lot happier this time around, India. They managed to get over 300 runs. 6 wickets down. Still a chance of getting up to 350 or beyond.
Jimmy Anderson, 1 for 52, richly deserved. Stuart Broad again bowled well, 1 for 64. No wickets for Ben Stokes, plenty of effort. Chris Woakes, top wicket taker yet again, 3 for 75 from 20. And Adil Rashid got the big one, Virat Kohli.